How you doing, sir?
Pretty good.
Building a public trust is really, it starts with getting out of your squad car, engaging with people, talking to people, getting to the kind of the grassroots or root cause of problems, and then bringing people together to help collectively solve those problems.
I am an investigator with the Rochester Police Department. As a Special Victims Unit investigator, we are following up with our victims, and we're doing everything we can to restore that victim, to make them whole again. Not just to solve a case, but to ensure that the individual that was victimized can be part of our community again. Part of my job is dealing with individuals as what they are, right? They're not just suspects, they're not just victims, they're people. My job is to treat others how I would like my family to be treated.
I want the Rochester Police Department to be physically felt within this community. Your ability to really impact people's lives starts with your willingness to make an investment into them. If we can get to the youth at a younger age and really just influence and impact their lives, I think that's extremely important.
Community connection is very important to me personally because like community engagement is what brought me into law enforcement in the first place. I grew up here in the Rochester community. When I was a teenager here in Rochester, the Rochester Police Explorer program was starting to form. I got involved. They give you a uniform similar to a police officer. They teach you law enforcement skills. You do ride-alongs, and then you actually compete with other explorers from around the state. Now I've been able to come full circle, come back where I'm actually supervising that program that I was once a part of. I've seen the impact of that program and how it affected me.
Rochester Police Department was on the cutting edge of some statewide best practices. Rochester was one of the first police departments in the state to embed a social worker in a squad car alongside officers in an attempt to deal with emotionally disturbed persons out on the street. And that has had a significant impact.
I was born and raised here. I'm currently in the schools right now as the school resource officer. My favorite part of my work is when I walk in, I have students actually run up and hug me.
Hey, I haven't seen you for a couple days.
Come up, give me high fives. And then there's also the kids that are very apprehensive of me, and they take time to win over. Maybe they had a bad experience with an officer. But I cue into that quite quickly, and I make a point to get to know them. Being a police officer is protecting people who can't protect themselves, helping out people who can't help themselves.
Our primary goal as a law enforcement agency is crime reduction. There's a whole layered approach, and it requires partnerships and relationships, working with other organizations, other partnerships, public-private, faith-based organizations, to come together in this holistic public safety approach. An agency has to be responsive to and reflective of the community that it serves. And part of that is being transparent.
I've been a police officer for 15 years, and the last 10 being here in Rochester. I was a school liaison officer for 5 years. A couple nights ago we had a meeting. I'm walking down the hallway and I recognized a former student that I dealt with at school. He's like, Officer Valera. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? So those connections kind of help. Favorite thing about my job is getting the satisfaction of helping someone. I think that's probably the biggest thing that attracted me to the field. I'm Officer Valera. I work with the police department, but that's what I do. That's not who I am. First and foremost, I'm a man. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm someone's friend, uncle, brother. But I think the bigger thing for the PD is more so we want people that are going to come in and make a difference.
My hope for the Rochester Police Department moving forward is that the best is yet to come, and that we are going to accomplish great things as an organization, as a city, and as a community. The Rochester Police Department is probably one of the best kept secrets in the state of Minnesota, and we intend to change that.